Alright, in this video of episode 2 we are going to see how to create this front page using WP Bakery plugin. So if you're familiar with WordPress, there is a plugin called WP Bakery that is used as a page builder. Just by dragging and dropping you create a front page. So in this video we are going to see how to create a slider, and then comes the intro section, and then comes the grid section, another intro section, and a call to action section, and the blog post section, and finally some info section, or you can say the call to action section number 2. So we have created this using WP Bakery. Let me show you the live website. So this is the live website which we have created. As I shown you on the image, it's just a screenshot of it. So let's see how to create this. Since this is the episode 2, you might be familiar with we are using the WordPress theme called Generatepress, and a plugin called WP Bakery, and the Elementor. So this is useful for this transparent header. We have not used footer, we have just used the Elementor for transparent header. Fine. Now let us create a new page and start. And over here I'm going to click on the page which will ask me to create. And one more thing, if you are wondering or if you want to follow with me and you don't have these images, I have the tutorial for creating the same web page using Figma. So Figma is a UI and UX tool. So as like WordPress creates website, Figma creates wireframe. Just by dragging and dropping you create these wireframes. So in that video you will see the asset section which will have all the images, the required images to create the website. So if you want, just click on it and you will get all the required images and start along with me. Fine. Now let's give this name as index2, and we don't need the sidebar, so no sidebar. We want the page to be full width, so full width. Click on publish. Once you click on publish, you will get the URL. Just select the URL and open it. Again, let me add this URL to the menu as well, so that we won't get mess. So this is how the page looks like without design. So let's start editing with WP Bakery. Click edit with WP Bakery page builder. By that time let me add the index2 to the menu. Fine. Now we are going to create, we don't need this, let's see, we need to create the banner section first. So let's create the banner section. Add element. We need a row, and the row should be of full width. So there is an option called make full width. You just have to click on it. So this is the row over here. It is not allowing me to do it. Let me press Ctrl O to fit to screen. Yeah, and now you see, let me open this and click on edit. Let's first add the image. So the home page image is going to be, banner image is going to be this one. Select it, set image, and I want it to cover the entire screen. So cover, click on cover, and then I want it to be full height. If you click on save changes, you should see the changes you have made now. And I want the margin of 50 pixel on both the sides. Click on save, and let's fit this to the screen. So stretch row, so you won't see the gap over here. Cool. Now on the inner row we want to create these headings. So let's start with the heading. We need a heading, so click on add. Let's search heading, custom heading, and let's give the name. So before that I have added some CSS, so this is the place where we add our custom CSS. Let me add the custom CSS first and then go with the flow. Click on this page and we have all the custom CSS, and just paste it. Click on save. Now it is saved. Now let's get this text. And this is the heading that we have made, and I'm going to give the same class what I did. I have given the class as banner shiny text. I'll explain you what it is. So let me change the text font. Click on save. Cool. Now let me show you the banner shiny text CSS. So you can see I have just used the font size, color, text align, font family, font weight, and font style. Font style is not required if you use font weight. And now let's add one more heading, and this is going to be slightly bigger. So let's create the text. So over here I need a line break. Click on save changes. This is how it looks. Let's change the font as we did. And we need to add class as well. Let's try to change color by here. Let me show you how to use without style. I want the font size as 45 pixel. So that is getting done. Click on save. Now we need to add a button. Search button. So we have eye-catching button. Just click on it. I need the text read more, and let's add a class. And we need to change the color as well. So here we will set custom, so that you can give our background color and the text. So this is going to be the background color, and let's make this black. Click on save. Cool. Now let's update this. So we have completed the first section. Let me show you how does it looks. So preview. It is going to be indexed to. It will be available on the menu. Just click on it. The header is broken. Let us fix that. So edit with Elementor. So we have header. Just click on it. I'm getting into the dashboard, appearance, header, footer, and block. Let's get into the header. Click on edit. Edit with Elementor. And now I want this section to be removed, or let's increase this section. For that, what we can do is click on edit section. We have given negative margin. Let me make this 0, and now let's work on this. Click on edit section. Let's try to make another. I want this time I need 2 columns. So just drag this title, and then we have menu. Just drag this menu. That was quite simple. We just have to drag this, and we don't need this guy now. Now we can have negative margin for this. Click on update. Now first section has title, site title, and the second section has the menu. Now if I refresh, and yes, I have made the header negative margin, so our header is above our banner section. So if you want, we can add a slightly darker image. Just remove this, and we need to find the darker image. Set image, save changes, and so far we have completed our first section. Now let's work on the second section. We need to add row, and if I show you, we have two headers. So let's select the header. Okay, two headings. Let's give the text about our company. And we need to give a custom class. This time the class is called shiny text, and I want it to align or make the font family Roboto and align it to center. Click on save changes, and let's increase the font weight a bit. Cool. Now we need to add one more heading. Let me copy paste the text. So here, this is the heading. We need a line break, so BR. So let's add the custom class, which is secondary heading. Let me save this. So this is how it looks. Now we need two columns. So let's create a row, and this row will be of two columns. So let's add a margin to this row so that we get to see some container like look. $50 on both sides. Click save changes. Now let's add image. Let's find our image. And we want the image size to be full, or instead of adding to the background, we'll make this available here. Click save changes. Cool, we got it. Now we need to add heading and background. Let's first add heading, then we need text block. We'll edit this, then get the text block, then we need the button. For the button, we'll just drag and drop it. So let's select the heading and give the text. Let's give the heading, and we need to give the custom class. So let's give the font family Roboto. And let's make this little bolder. Click save changes, and let's make the paragraph slightly bigger. So let's copy paste it some more time. Save changes. Now just make a duplicate of this button. just drag this and place it below. Cool. Now select the row and let's align this in the middle. Click Save Changes, click on Update. So we have completed the second section as well. So if you want, you can give some negative margin to make it look more attractive. -30. Click Save Changes. -20. Cool. And you can make this color little dull, so let's add the color class. Click on Save Change and let's make this little bolder. Cool. Now we need to make the grid section. So for the grid section to happen, we need to make a row. Let this row have like a container look and have the margin of 50 pixel. Save Changes. Now we need to make the grid section. We need 4 section grid, and each of them should have a row so that we can copy paste easily, or we can give the box shadow. The box shadow is not available here. Let me show the box shadow and get into the live website, and here you see the box shadow. So click on the inner row and edit the column. So I want the column gap, let's say 15 pixel. And the first one is going to have icon. You can choose any icon. I am leaving it to the default, and I want the color to be gray and the size to be large. Click on Save Changes. Let's align it to the center. So icon align center. Now let's add a heading and a paragraph. And this is going to be mechanical work, and align it to the center. Let's add the class. So we'll try it without class. Let's give the bold. Before bold, let's make it Roboto and bold as 700, and we need to make the font size smaller. Font size 20 would be right. Click Save Changes. Now let's add the text block. And this is going to be the text. Let's center align it, and we need to add a class. So this is how it looks. Now let's get into the container, so which is in a row. So let's make sure we are actually inside the inner row. So let's give the class, and this is simple apply shadow. Just we have given the box shadow effect. We have updated the page. Let me show you how does it looks. So ours index 2. So you can see it is applied, but the order is not right. So in case if the order somehow messes up, you just have to drag over it over the top, update, and we have to check it, and then drag it below and update. Now it will be fine. Now let's copy this 3 times so that we place each of them on a single column. Just drag this inner row and place it here. Just drag this inner row on the third column, drag the row on the fourth column, update. Now we need a copy of the first row, so get into the main row and copy, and this time you have to remove the margin top. Let's get into the main row and edit and remove the margin top. Click on save changes, click on update, refresh this, then let's see how does it looks. So it actually works. The column gap doesn't seems to work. Let's see. Click on the row and the column gap need to be 15 pixel. Save, get into the main row and the column gap need to be 15 pixel. I think we have used the column gap for the inner row. Click on update and let's refresh this. By the time, let's try to create this. Again we have messed up. Refresh it. There seems to be no column gap. Let's see why. Let's try to remove this. Column gap for inner columns and check. Save changes and update it, then check. Yeah, that is working. So let's delete this row and use the same row to copy. Just copy the main column, main row. It will take some time because you have 4 columns. Now we'll just sorry for that, we'll just remove this and click on save. Fine, we have completed the grid section as well. Now let's work on this section. Let's try to make a duplicate of this inner row. And just drag this below the grid section. The problem is we have placed it inside the column. Let's place this above and then create a row. The problem is it's a row. That is what making the issue. So to rectify it, we have to create a row. Once the row is created, then paste the inner column. So you can see this is the inner row, so this should come inside only the row. Yeah, now let's edit this row and give the margin top 50 pixel. To switch the column, just drag this column and place it over here. Just change the image. I think you can do this. We don't have to use our time in just changing image. Now we just have to drag and drop. Get the about us. Okay, make a duplicate of it. Just drag this and place it over. You just have to edit this and align it to the left. And let's edit this text. Let's edit the text block. We need a bullet list, so the class is going to be custom li. We have seen this in the previous video. We're not going to redo it. So the text block is also available. So let's create a clone and let's edit this text block, and we'll make this as a paragraph. Click on update. So fine, we got what we need. It's just giving we just need to give negative margin to this heading. And edit the inner row and vertical align its center. It is already center, you can see. Content position middle, we'll leave as it is. So instead of doing this, let's make this middle. So to make this work, we have to add a row. So let's add a row. Or we can give negative margin to it just as a temporary fix. Click on save changes. So we can work on this just by giving negative margin. So I'm leaving it to you. Let's work on this section. Create a row. And this row should have the background image. And let's make this cover so that it fills entirely. Now we want to give the minimum height for this. Click on save changes, and I have given the class. Now we need a margin, so let's add a margin 100 pixel on both sides. Not margin but padding. Now we need 2 columns. So select the row, and we have 2 columns. Click on update. And this is the first column going to be slightly bigger than the second column. So we need to fill this 2 heading text block. Select a row and let's first give the class to it. Card design, so it's nothing, just a background color. Then let's add heading. So the text and the class. Now let's work on the other heading. Click on the plus. Let's paste the text and let's add the class. We need to drag this and place inside the row. Now we need to get the text block. So let's add the text, and the class is going to be, I have just given the color, grayish color to it, nothing more. Let's get the duplicate of this button. Drag this. And you can give the negative margin. I'm leaving it to you. It is time consuming for us. The same way you can give negative margin to this as well, -20. So let's work on this section. This is really very easy. I think you can just make it without my help. Here you just need to get the copy of these two copies already available here. Just make duplicate and drag it and place it here. Then we need a row. A row will have 3 columns, and inside the column the first one would be image, and the second one would be heading, and the third one would be para. And once you make this, just to make a duplicate of this. So the section is completed. Now let's work on the main section. So let's place this guy just above here and save it. Now let's work on the main section. We need a row, and this row, let's add a background image to it. And we need the minimum height. Once this is done, we need 2 heading section. So for that, let's create a row. Let's get that heading section from here. Make a copy of this and make a copy of this, and just drag this inside the created row. And let's edit this and central in it. Text align center, and let's give the class called text white, which does nothing, just give the text color to it. Let us save it, and let's work on this section. Edit heading, the same way add the text color and the text align. Click on save changes. Cool. Now we just need to give negative margin and increase the font weight. Not italic. Negative margin. Click on save changes. Cool. Now we just need a block just below this. Let's create a row, and this row is going to have margin left and right 150, and let's add 2 columns. And let's give the row a class. Edit. So this will add, just give the background color, that's it, background color white. Now let's add image. I think this is it. Set the image and make the image full width. Click on save changes. Now to remove the padding, let's add a remove padding class, which will just make the padding 0 on all sides. And let's give this negative margin -300. Click on save changes. Cool. Now we just need this section, 2 heading and 1 phone number, which can be made, which you can get it from here. Duplicate. So once this is done, let's make a inner row so that we can give padding on all sides. We have selected the inner row and edit the inner row, -50 pixel on all sides. Now just drag this heading section and place it. We need this 2 section to be inside the row, not outside. Planning, let's make this, we need to make this black and the font weight bolder. You can give text black. So edit this section, edit this heading and give the text call us and make the font Oswald. Click on save changes. So you just need to add the phone number, which you can, I believe you can do this. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening.